This is the story of Amaka, a woman whose love was stronger than time itself, and David, the man who promised her forever. They were young, deeply in love, and believed nothing could separate them. But life had other plans, and 7 years later, his return would break her heart in ways she never imagined. Amaka and David grew up together in the same town. From their teenage years, their hearts beat as one. David would always whisper to her, Amaka, one day I'll marry you. I'll build us a home and we'll never be apart. And she would reply, Promise me, David. Promise me you'll never forget me. But when David received an opportunity to travel abroad, their love faced its greatest test. On the day of his departure, Amaka's tears flowed endlessly. She held his hands tightly, unwilling to let go. He kissed her forehead and said, 7 years or 70, I will always come back for you. With those words, he boarded the plane, leaving Amaka behind with only his promises. Days turned into months, and months into years. Amaka lived only for the hope of David's return. She wrote him countless letters, prayed for him every night, and rejected every suitor that came her way. But her friends laughed at her. Amaka, you are wasting your youth. 7 years? Do you really think he'll come back? Her mother warned her too. My daughter, a woman does not wait forever. Men change when they see the world. But Amaka's heart refused to believe otherwise. I know him, she would whisper to herself. David will return. He promised me. Through loneliness, heartbreak, and endless waiting, Amaka's faith in love never broke. And then the news spread. David had returned to Nigeria. Amaka's heart almost leapt out of her chest. The man she had prayed for, cried for, and waited for was finally back. She decorated her room with flowers, bought a new dress, and prepared for the reunion she had dreamt of for 7 long years. But when David came to see her, something felt different. His smile was weaker, his eyes avoided hers, and then she saw it, a shiny ring on his finger. Her heart skipped. David, is that a wedding ring? She asked nervously. David forced a smile. Oh no, just a fashion ring. But deep inside, Amaka's heart began to tremble with fear. Finally, the day of truth arrived. Amaka opened her door, smiling through her tears of joy, but then froze. David wasn't alone. Standing beside him was another woman holding a small child. The woman smiled and said softly, David, are you going to introduce us? Amaka's body turned cold. David looked down, unable to meet her eyes. Amaka, this is my wife, and this is our daughter. Her world collapsed. 7 years of loyalty, 7 years of waiting, 7 years of love, all crushed in a single moment. Tears streamed down Amaka's face as she whispered, David, how could you? But no answer could heal the wound he had left. Amaka spent that night in tears, surrounded by the letters she once wrote with hope. But when morning came, she rose to her feet. With one final glance at the man she once loved, she turned away and walked into the night, broken but stronger, because she finally understood. True love is not about waiting forever. It is about being valued, cherished, and respected. And sometimes letting go is the only way to heal. 7 years of waiting, destroyed in a single moment. This was Amaka's story of love betrayal, and painful lessons. What would you have done if you were in her shoes? Tell us in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Real Life Stories Hub for more emotional stories that touch the heart.